What's up, guys? So there's these units in the game. I don't know if you guys remember them. They're called 4 stars, but today we're going to be doing the 4-star tier list because there is still a few 4 stars that are actually good. I mean, nowadays 5 stars are even trash. But yeah, so let's go take a look at the best 4 stars in the game, do a little tier list, and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so we can get that new code, guys, the 200k subs, and yeah, get you guys those free gems. All right, let's hop right into the tier list. All right, guys, so let's go take a look at these 4-star units, man. So first up, we got Broly. Now Broly's a pretty trash unit. He is an air unit though, and they're kind of rare for the early game players, but even though, I still can't recommend him. He's just not that good, guys. Next up, we got Yami. Yami's actually a decent unit. I think I made a video on him being better than a lot of 6 stars, so he's good enough for B tier. Definitely a fairly solid unit, boys. Dual servant as well. He's honestly more of a tradable unit. He used to have a good bit of trading value, but that kind of has since declined because he ended up, his 6-star was actually for a different version of Amaya. All right, next up we have Nika Robin. Nika Robin was one of the first like AoE 4 stars. She's definitely very, very good. She came along with Mass Captain. I'm gonna put Mass Captain here in the A tier. He's probably like the best, very good for story mode if you're trying to beat that and you're a new player, if you get your hands on him, especially with like the new ticket event. Next up we have Bulma. I'm gonna put Bulma in the B tier, mainly because she just gives the least money. The other units that give out money for this tier are the Salesman, which gives a little bit more than Bulma, and then of course we got Saber, who gives out the most compared to those. Next up we got Flower Magus, probably the only unit on this list that's actually meta. So yeah, so I definitely recommend getting this one. I believe it's right now meta for elemental mode and as well for damage farming, so definitely a highly recommended unit to get. All right, Trunks is decent unit, boys. Not too bad, not too good, but he does evolve into the 5-star, so might as well. Same thing with Nezuko there. Vosh is not that great of a unit. You can get him from the first like game mode, so he's kind of like a new player unit, but there's just so much better ones out there. Is she actually a 4-star? Might be a 5-star. All right, I think next up we have Mafia Boss. So let's go take a look at Mafia Boss's stats. I believe this is also a 4-star. Yes. All right, so his stats are actually very good. 15k at max level, not bad, but of course you won't be max leveling him, so 7,000 with AoE cone at the end. Very solid unit, boys. I could say it's probably one of the better ones of these. I'll probably put it in high A tier here. All right, the best unit, guys, that's for damage has to be this guy, only because you can use the orb to evolve with him, and that's kind of what makes him very, very good. All right, Boa Hancock is, I believe, like one of the only another freeze unit, so I like her for that. Plus she's a tradable unit that's impossible to get nowadays, so you got to give her some credit. All right, Ichigo is decent as well. We'll give him B tier. Krillin, probably the best air unit for story mode, so we'll give him some credit, guys. We'll put Krillin in S tier. This guy, you can trade his evolution, so that's kind of nice, but his damage kind of sucks. So yeah, Toga, decent unit, boys. Mina, actually pretty underrated. Not a bad unit at all, guys, for bleed. Purple Smoke, not the greatest. Crocodile, not the greatest. Sakura, decent. This Boulder Lee is actually underrated. I think somebody beat like challenge 1 with him. Aru's decent. Not too bad there. He's actually pretty good, solid, good enough for A tier here. Profi Hunter, A tier, and then we got A tier there, boys. All right, so there you go, guys. There is the final 4-star tier list.